welcome.
Welcome to tea time. Happy Halloween.
Yes, I can't believe it. We're a little bit late in our season.
Are we?
So a couple of weeks late. Usually on Halloween, all the leaves are off the trees.
That's
Big
true.
piles all over the sides of the roads going through town.
That is true.
And this year, a lot of them are still on the trees.
I know, and it's kind
beautiful.
of warm.
And it's kind of warm.
Which is great. All right, so we would love to know, we are all about Halloween this year because especially with our addition of little Roscoe, who is now 15 months as of yesterday.
Whoa.
I know.
I just told somebody the other day that he was 8 months old. That's how old Sage is. Right down below here at our feet is my little Sage.
Well,
Let's hope it works today.
There we go. Well, so we would love to know if you're going to be dressing up for Halloween or if you have anyone in your life dressing up for Halloween, what are you going to be? I am going to be a neighbor that gives out candy. That's my costume.
That's your costume. Well,
which is this costume.
I have to say I never do a costume because we live way up on top of the mountain at the end of the road in the forest, and it's way too scary for any kids to come up there in the dark. So we never have any trick-or-treaters.
Never have any trick-or-treaters.
Never in 25, 26
well,
years.
Come on down. I get loads of trick-or-treaters. All right, I'm pulling up comments here. We have about 30 more seconds, and then we'll jump in. Oh, I love all these comments coming in. We have Happy Halloween. Hello, all. We have Deb saying Happy Halloween, and we have, Jamie's drinking some honey mint black tea. Delicious. Hello, Mary from Western Massachusetts. Glinda's with me. I think she's going to be a neighbor that gives out Halloween.
Oh,
I know.
yes. Jenny's is the house to go to.
Well, yes, it is.
Little Roscoe is going
I
trick-or-treating.
know. He is going trick-or-treating.
But he doesn't eat candy, so they're going trick-or-treating, and then they're taking his candy and giving it out to other trick-or-treaters.
Well, so we had the cutest outing ever, and then we'll get into our episode today, which is all about work-life family balance. So we all work together, we all play together, and yesterday we did a combination of work and play, and we took little Roscoe to the library, and little Roscoe went all around, and he was a little bear, and he had a little dumpster.
The cutest little bear.
His uncle made him a little dumpster, and here we live in
like a garbage dumpster.
Like a garbage dumpster. We live in a place where there's lots of bears, and they love getting into the trash. So it's really a very inside Missoula joke that he was a rattlesnake bear with a dumpster.
That's right.
It's
the cutest thing ever.
No, we don't have the video to play. But he's the cutest little bear pulling around his little dumpster.
Little ears up there, toddling around, pulling his little dumpster. It was so cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. Oh, Pam will be dressing up as Cruella de Vil. Oh, excellent. I love it. That is so fun. And the Omega Minds will be Maleficent tonight. That will be a riot. Someone is going to say, Tammy, I don't dress up, but my niece is going as Elsa. That's amazing. Someone else said, I'm going to turn off the lights and read a book. Is that what you're going to do?
That's me.
Are you the Grinch? No, you are not the Grinch.
1 year, however, I have to tell you this quick story. 1 year, my husband, we had horses, and he had a really large red horse. And he, of course, it's cool this time of year, and he had this Aussie coat, a black Aussie coat that went clear down. So he's sitting on the horse, and he didn't even know this was going to be happening. But he was up at the top of the driveway where somebody was going by to their house with a whole van full of kids. He had this black thing on with his cowboy hat on that was pulled down over his head, his forehead. And so as they came by, here was this horse up against the trees and him there, and he just looked up and he raised his hand, which had a rifle in it, I think. And everybody started screaming in the van as they went by. And then he slowly put it back down and looked it down. It was hilarious.
My dad's a vegan. He's like the most kind-hearted person in the world, and that was great timing.
Just props. He just had
perfect.
his own props going on.
Just perfect.
Anyways,
timing.
I just had to share that.
I love it. And Chris P, how cute. Oh, how cute, Chris P. I'm wearing my Gryffindor Harry Potter robe. Ooh, perfect.
Oh, we've got
yes, Headless Horseman. That's what I was like. Ichabod Crane. Nope. Headless Horseman. There it is. Thank you for that.
Look at Marilyn dressing up my Xena as her favorite superhero, Wonder Woman.
That's so fun. Ooh, Sue's so spooky. And Angeli is saying, wow, I bet that was so cool. Yeah, I wasn't there, but I bet it was really, really cool. I know, it's so nice to be back. Thank you all. I was watching from just the other room, and then I decided, I'm going to go home and take my germs with me. So I did. No one else got sick.
She's been resting as much as possible this week.
Yes.
Did have a few scary Halloweenish experiences, but pretty much resting and feeling a lot better. Oh, Heather's saying I'm dressed as a work from home employee. So PJs, hair in a messy bun, and no makeup. I don't think that'll be very scary, though, will it?
Well, that's not the point of Halloween.
It could be if I did it.
Well, and Halloween is just about being a character that is fun for you, and I think that is great.
Stephanie, I have cat ears. Just being a little kitty, that's so cute.
That is so cute. All right, so let's dive in and start our event. Again, it's Halloween, so happy Halloween. There's all kinds of holidays around this time of year.
That's right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So whatever holiday you're celebrating, we're happy that you're here, and happy holidays to all of you. And as we start talking about family work-life balance, if this is something that is a challenge for you or a particularly pertinent topic, if you have that work-family life balance challenge, pop in a number 1 into our chat. It's always nice to know.
Always nice to know. It's so wonderful working with family. And also it could also mean that you are working but trying to fit family in to your schedule, especially this time of year as we are all busier than normal.
Yep.
Which kind of is opposite of what our season is right now. We should be slowing down and snuggling in.
Yep.
But it's a busy time.
I know for me, especially when I was, I was married for about 10 years. And one of the challenges that we had in that relationship was we were both like all into our work and didn't prioritize enough family. And that's ultimately not what happened and why we decided to part ways. But that was something that was a big challenge for us with our personalities and dynamic. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. It's just part of life when you have to go out and you have to work, but you have this family that you love. It's just very much attention.
Well, I feel that with my little grandson, Roscoe. I know I need to get this done, and I'm working, and I'm thinking, oh, I would love to be with Roscoe right now, but
yes.
You have to. It is a balance, and it can be a little bit stressful for us.
Yep.
We got a lot of ones coming in.
We have a lot of ones coming in, which means that this is something that our tea timers are experiencing. So I'm glad that we have this particular recipe and blend, and we have 3 oils we're working with that's going to really help with that work-life balance.
Well, first of all, our tea.
Oh yes, tell us about our tea.
I couldn't wait for tea time, so I have been sipping it before tea time. It is the most delicious tea. It's an herbal tea. It's called Skin Glow. It has rooibos in it, which makes it kind of the reddish color.
I love rooibos.
Echinacea, hibiscus, turmeric, lemongrass, orange peel, elderberry, rosehip, raspberry leaf, white willow bark, black pepper. Oh my goodness, of course it's organic. It's from a little tea place in Missoula. They ship worldwide actually, and it's called Lake Missoula Tea Company, and they have the most delicious teas.
They are delicious. We have a lot of people saying, Sandra, me too for years, it's a single mom, not easy. Oh, yes, for sure. For sure, it's hard. And Crispy, I've been experimenting with different frankincenses today with today's blend. I know, right? Even if you change one oil slightly, even if it's in the same family, it changes the entire aroma. You're so right about that.
That's right. I know Chris is also experimenting with some various other recipes, ginger recipes that she is putting on her Thrive article that's coming up. And for those of you who don't know, Thrive is our membership program.
I know, it's really awesome. I wanted to show you too. So I love getting emails letting me know that I have a new idea over at Thrive to go and explore. And if you are a Thriver, if you're already in our Thriving Aromatherapist community, just pop in a number 2 into the chat. And do we have my computer up there? Okay, so this is what it looks like. And you're able to join at a couple different levels. This is an article that I received today, and it's by one of our amazing case study instructors, Kwan Nee, and she's been with us forever, and she's such a quality, amazing person and aromatherapist, and she put together all about a personal story, all about sweet basil. And so if you're interested in joining our community, this is a great time to do that. This is where you go join Thrive, and you can join you can be a sampler for $9 a month, and it gives you it gives you a window into what this particular membership is all about. You get a few offerings every month, or you can join at the full membership level for $59 a month, which gives you access to all of our idea content offering as well as our live events.
That's right. We are just finishing up. Today is the last day of our cardamom, and we look at cardamom in all kinds of different ways.
Yes.
You know, the plant behind the oil. We do a kind of a meditation with the plant, a plant sit with cardamom, and coming up in November 1st, we revert to and we go to Douglas fir. Everything about Douglas fir. We've got a couple of recipes that come out, and there's a really cool infusion
Yes.
of the resin of Douglas fir coming up with a recipe that we're going to be doing live with you, and our samplers also get to join us on our live events.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I joined on a different browser on purpose because I am a member. So this is, you can always go here and you can sign up and you can see past live events and see when live events are coming up. So
That's right.
we have a lot of fun over at Thrive, and if you've been enjoying tea time and you want to keep enjoying all of the ideas in this community, come on over and join either at that entry level or that full membership level.
You won't regret it.
You
I'll tell
won't
you that.
regret it.
It's amazing.
All right.
Well, and that brings me to a class that I did this weekend.
Right.
I did a 2-day class with Mojay, Gabriel Mojay, who is fantastic with his knowledge. His knowledge is like a unending well,
I would
a bottomless well.
I would say like Charles Dickens is so important to the world of literature, and that's how Gabriel Mojay is when it comes to the world of aromatherapy. He's been in this world for about 40 years, and he is just a pillar of information. So,
and we're so aligned in so many things. You know, he kept talking about the aromatherapist lifestyle, which is what our Thrive membership is all about, curated all around the lifestyle.
I know.
So, and also, as we go through our blend today, what his workshop was about, his 2-day workshop was about inhalation, the importance of inhalation, using diffusers, inhalers, and a lot of research that kind of backed that up that is new, especially with our virus situation that we've all been dealing with for the last 3 years. It really solidified in me that yes, our essential oils are amazing. We should be using them proactively to help us stay healthy. Not only just to help us once we're sick, but to stay healthy.
Absolutely. And it was really fun. Karen was on that full workshop, and we got a lot of good shout outs, both Aromatics and Aromahead. And we love Gabriel and he loves us. And so it's really fun to have events like that where we can just come together and just experience that higher level learning.
That's right. Yeah. So what's next on our schedule?
Well, should we just go ahead and see, is this anyone's first time with us? Let us know if you're a first timer here at Tea Time. We want to give you a full Aromahead welcome. And then let's dive in.
All right, let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
So it's Gabriel Mojay, Mojay.
Yes.
That's how you spell it.
Yes.
Mojay. Yes, thank you guys for putting that in there.
All right, let's get into it. I've got my notes here.
Got our notes. So today, as Jenny mentioned, it's all about, I'm going to move my tea so I don't spill it in my enthusiasm. All about anxiety. 6 different ways we're looking at anxiety for this tea season, and today is all about balancing work and family. So let's get up to my notes here. This is a blend that, again, you can make into a stock blend, which means you would put it into a 5 ml bottle. And I don't have our kit right here behind us that we have.
We got it.
If you had a kit for tea time, all of your needs are in the kit that you can get at Aromatics International. And in there are 5 ml stock bottles. They're little amber bottles like this, except they're smaller. They hold about 100 drops. And this recipe, you can do a stock blend with it. Now, Jenny and I are not going to do the stock blend because we do so many different blends all the time. We're just going to make an inhaler blend, a one-time use inhaler blend. So the stock blend calls for 25 drops of our beautiful grapefruit. To make our inhaler blend, I hope I don't confuse anybody here, we're going to take 50 drops, say take 25 drops of our grapefruit, we're going to double it, 50, and we're going to take the first number,
well,
5.
Let's start big picture. So we're modifying this recipe because we want one inhaler. We're not making a stock blend. So Karen's doing the aroma math to help us come up with how many drops we need, not to make the stock blend, but to take the same oils and really, really, really narrow it down and create a ratio that's perfect for an inhaler blend. All right, keep going.
So we want about, you can do anywhere from 10 drops to 18 drops in an inhaler. And when I'm working with emotional aspects, you don't have to have a lot of essential oils to have this happen. So 25 drops of grapefruit, I'm going to double that number to 50, 50, and then I'm going to take the first number 5 and put 5 drops, and Jenny will put that 5 drops on there for us.
I sure will.
And we've been talking about grapefruit this whole tea time season. It is very uplifting, very cleansing, and grapefruit is marvelous for giving us that zest, that optimism, the lightens up a situation, right? So we're feeling a little bit heavy and we're feeling a little bit too narrowly focused.
Right, perseverating on something.
And we're just, getting uptight.
Who does that?
Who does that? Yeah, right. So we will use grapefruit to lighten that up. And by the way, whether you can smell the oils or not, it is proven that they still work on your olfactory system and you're still getting all of the benefits. Isn't that very cool?
It's very cool.
So, and grapefruit also helps us to appreciate, gives us that upward energy, and it soothes out our frustration and our tense emotions. So grapefruit is really super helpful to help just calm it all down while uplifting those positive feelings.
I love that.
That's really neat.
And this particular grapefruit is from Aromatics International, as you know. We have so many distillers in over 60 different countries. You just sent me a message about a potential Egypt trip. We're going to talk about that later.
Yes, I'm hoping to go to Egypt with Jenny.
She was like, okay, next spring we might go to Egypt to look at blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so I'm going to follow up on that today.
April, Neroli distillation happening in Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah, so this, however, grapefruit does come from Italy.
Yes.
And it's really quite remarkable when you think about how they take that fruit and it's cold pressed. So if you were to use this topically, you would want to keep it no more than 24 drops per 1 ounce of a carrier to avoid phototoxic reactions, which is a burn.
And if that's new to you, just go to our Aromahead blog and put in phototoxic. And there's a blog up there for you.
Yes, our distiller in Italy is absolutely amazing. Their groves are so beautiful. But, okay, our next one is 20 drops of frankincense if you're making the 5 ml bottle.
And it's a very affordable oil. Or
Yes,
grapefruit oil.
it is. A 15 ml bottle. Well, actually, a 5 ml bottle is $15
There you go.
on it. So that's 100 drops, which is, it's in the range of being affordable for sure.
It's many, many grapefruit rinds.
So our next one is 20 drops of frankincense. Now we're doubling that to 40 and taking the first number, which is 4. So we're putting 4 drops of our frankincense, and you can either use Carteri or Sacra. Now, Carteri is the one that is in your kit, if you have the kit. They're interchangeable for this recipe and for all of our recipes for tea time. Very relaxing yet revitalizing. So frankincense is a good one for nighttime because when I say revitalizing, it doesn't mean that it is giving you all this energy and you're ready to go for the day. It means it's revitalizing those tired emotions, that tiredness that our mind has. It's revitalizing that to normalcy. It's balancing. So it's super good when we're experiencing some irritability. Now, I'm noticing this with Sage, who's really nicely laying down here, that when I am busy and my mind is in a certain place, she comes up and wants to play, and I get irritable.
How does that go?
I get irritable.
It doesn't go well.
Frankincense is a super good one to have in your repertoire for helping to decrease that irritability, decrease that restlessness, which helps us to sleep. When we're irritable and restless, sleep does not come very easily. So again, very uplifting, and it's also supportive for our breathing.
Yes.
So we tense up, our breathing starts to get shallow. This actually opens up that tightness. It releases the tightness to help us to breathe easier, which helps us to deal with all kinds of tension a lot easier. So, and this Carteri, we have a really wonderful distiller they are from Somaliland, and they have a way of working with people in that area who are very concerned about sustainability, and they are as well. So I feel good about using this Carteri. We use it sparingly still. We still don't use a lot of it, and it doesn't take a lot. It's a resinous oil, and a little goes a long ways.
It sure does.
And this one is, the Carteri is actually, it's $18 for about 5 mils at aromatics.com. Comes in your kit if you got the kit. Our last oil in our inhaler is Geranium. So it calls for 10 drops in a stock bottle. So we'll double that, and we'll say 20 drops. Take the first number, 2.
Okay. And remember, we're modifying this to make a single particular inhaler versus a stock blend.
That's right.
Yes.
So really great when we're experiencing irritability. Once again, it's very calming, as well as our frankincense was, but it's more with the heart, opening up the heart, helping us to have deep, meaningful conversations with others, giving them the time that they deserve as we're talking to them. It helps us to feel more connected to ourselves and to others both at the same time. Very relaxing for the nerves, very calming for agitation, and very cooling as well. So it cools those heated emotions that can sometimes happen. And you know, when we're working with family, we know family inside and out. We're more relaxed, and it's easier to let our emotions bubble out rather than maybe a friend or an acquaintance where we are showing our best foot forward, putting our best foot forward, right? So these together create a really beautiful atmosphere for our emotions to really thrive and to get back into balance.
I would say it also allows us to get more done. I mean, even though we can really kind of get into it sometimes, once we get through that, we're able to just like take an idea and really run with it. Don't you think?
I do.
Yeah.
That is very, very true. Before we get into how we actually put this together, so let's go back through. We have 5 drops of grapefruit, 4 drops of frankincense, so that's 5, that's 9, and 2 drops of geranium, that's 11 drops. So you could add more of one of these or another up to 15 to 18 drops if you wanted to.
Yeah.
This works really well for kids 5 and above, especially as they're trying to also work through their school schedules, their home schedules, their all of their extracurricular activity.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stress that comes with that.
A lot of stress. So now that you have this made, all you do is pop this into your blank inhaler. You put the top on until it snaps. Did you hear that little snap? Sometimes they have to put it on the counter and really snap it on there. And then you take off the cap and you smell it. And
This
will
yours.
last about 3 weeks.
This one's yours.
I'm sorry, 3 months. Put it, breathe deeply. breathe deeply. So cover it to keep the aromas nice and fresh in there. And you can take this off with a little pliers or a little kitchen knife, get underneath the cap and pop it off and refresh it if you want. This makes a beautiful inhaler or diffuser blend as well. And if you wanted to have it as a lotion blend, you could put the drops, about 10 drops total, into a 1 ounce of a lotion blend.
Absolutely.
Right. This is a very beautiful recipe. All the recipes that we are using for season 9 are so beautiful, supporting our emotions, decreasing our anxiety. And at the top of the chat, we're posting a link that we have been talking the last couple of months all about different ways of approaching anxiety. One of the ways is through tea time, but we've also done 2 other workshops under the umbrella of anxiety. The first one was calming oils. They're about an hour and a half long, where we get into strategies and different essential oil recipes and blends that we use to help us with our calmness. Getting right into the second one that was all about anxiety.
Yep.
And different essential oils again for that. And our last one that is coming up November 16 is all about sleep. Color Me Sleepy. So you've got that link that will be in the chat. You have the link in a newsletter that you've received, and it's on the Aromahead website. You can go right into it, click on there, and sign up for the Color Me Sleepy webinar. It's still live. It'll be live on November 16. The first 2, they're all individually. You can do each one as a standalone workshop, but they go together beautifully, which is how they were initially put together.
Yes.
So
You're not going to want to miss it. It's been such great quality information. Karen does such a great job putting workshops together, and you're not going to want to miss the upcoming workshop on November 16, all about sleep and how to support sleep. 90 minutes of absolute gold if that's something that you are concerned with or something you struggle with. So there's a link you can still join and get that live ticket to go and join us live with that. Also, if you're enjoying this presentation, if you could please like the video that you're watching right now. Even if you're watching the replay, give us a like. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming live events.
Now there's one more thing I wanted to tell you about. And we're about out of our time here, but there is a huge Hydrosol sale, and today's the last day at Aromatics International. The Hydrosols are on sale, but the cool thing is if you buy 2 Hydrosols, you get a 1 free ounce of soluble dispersant.
Which is awesome.
And that's what you would use to put, if you were to use one of your Hydrosols and you wanted to put your essential oils in the Hydrosols for a room spray, which is beautiful, you would use that soluble to solubilize the water and the essential oils together. So it's kind of a cool combination.
Oh, absolutely. So go over, when does the sale end, Devin? Tonight at midnight Pacific time. So go over to Aromatics, stock up on Hydrosols, and get that free gift of the soluble. Kathy's saying, zzz, can't wait for this workshop. I can't either, I know.
So, well, we've come to an end of our
Almost
tea time.
Okay.
Season 5, almost.
I just wanted to show you too. So we have so many great, we want to make sure you don't miss anything that we're putting out. So we actually, we put out emails, newsletters from Thrive, from Aromahead, and from Aromatics. I tend to take the lead on Aromahead. Karen takes the lead on Aromatics, although it's really just one big thing, as we both work on Thrive, although you work a little bit more on Thrive. So we are actually taking all that content and putting it into one newsletter, which we're very excited about. So here's an example on my computer screen. This is the email we sent out this morning, and you're not going to want to miss this bedtime bath salts blend that Karen and I put together.
And the recipe, when you click that, here's the recipe. You go right to the Aromahead blog,
Right.
Where this comes out. So, and this was inspired by a comment from Michelle, who's one of our social media people, as well as case study instructor. She loved using rock rose and frankincense together.
Right.
So, I'm sorry, not frankincense, but vetiver and rock rose together, and the wheels were turning, and one of my favorite recipes was very close to that, adding lavender. So that is how this blog transpired.
I know. And so over here, this is what it looked like. I got to open my personal story about sweet basil from the Thriving Aromatherapist. So that will still come to your inbox. It'll be separate than our weekly newsletters, but we are going to be working on a combination with Aromatics and Aromahead, which is going to be great, especially those of you who are subscribed to both. You'll just get one email, which
That's
is
right.
handy.
So, and look on the website, Louise. There's so many recipes for shingles, and I know that there's a great recipe for shingles, especially if you use tamanu as your base. Super good. Maybe some Ravensara in there and some Melissa in your recipe for shingles. People have a really good results with that, as well as I like to do a spray, a hydrosol spray, and use it as a compress on some of the most painful shingles. It is a painful condition.
Absolutely, and there's blog content on that, both at Aromatics and Aromahead. You can go and search on that. All right, this has been lovely, and we have
So good to have Jenny back here, right? When I'm here by myself, I was telling her I just kind of whip right through, but Jenny does so well at remembering to tell us about these other important aspects and different resources that you have available at your fingertips.
Well, I think we make a good team.
So, mother-daughter duo, of course we do.
Mother-daughter duo, of course we do. So our last episode in our Tea Time Season 9 is coming up next week, all about political world events, which is very timely as Election Day is the 8th.
Whoa.
Did you plan that?
All right.
There you go.
Yep, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
All right. Well, little Roscoe's learning how to do you want to do a pound sign? He's learning how to do this. So let's say goodbye. All right, everybody. We'll see you. Have a happy and safe Halloween, and good luck with all of you who are dressing up and those of you who are hunkering down. We want to send you all of the love as we go through this holiday. All right.
Absolutely.
See you next time.